And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fleming Film Talk with me, Robbie Fleming, and joining me as always is a lovely Justin Doyle. Hello, Justin.
Hey, Rob. How's it going?
I'm doing well. I'm pleased to have a guest today. Would you like to announce him?
Yeah, he's been on the show once before. He's a great friend through the socials, and a follower of mine and of yours recently, and somebody who is a real sweet guy, and I'm glad to have him back. This is Tony Lopez. Hey, Tony.
Hello, how are you? Thank you guys for having me back.
It's always a pleasure. Always have a pleasure. Tony, since you suggested this topic, would you like to introduce it?
Yeah, sure. Let's start with the top 5.
Yeah. So what's the topic then, Tony?
Well, my top 5 in the 5th position.
What's the topic?
The topic. Sorry. Yeah. The topic would be or celebrity crushes, especially actresses.
Yes.
So it's going to be a really interesting conversation, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. Since I'm straight, mine are just actresses.
Yeah, I think there are actresses today, but we can do actors later.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, great. Cool. So as our special guest, you want to talk to us about it first?
Yes. Tell us your number 5, Tony.
My number 5, it would be Emma Stone.
Oh, good choice. 1 second, lads. Tell me about Emma Stone, Tony.
Yeah, go ahead and talk to us about Emma Stone and why you love her and why she's your crush.
Well, I think anyone who has seen her knows why she's a crush. She's a beautiful woman. It's an amazing actress. I love her work. I think I first saw her in Superbad, the comedy with, and I saw her and I thought, what's a beautiful woman there. And then I saw her in Zombieland, in La La Land, and The Favorite, and it's amazing. I want to marry that woman.
My favorite performance of hers is Cruella.
I liked her performance, but not the movie so much. I didn't think it was a necessary movie. I think it's just like Maleficent, the need to take a villain and make them their own movie. I don't think it's really necessary. But she has a great performance.
Definitely. What's your favorite performance by her?
My favorite performance of her?
Yeah.
That would be The Favorite.
Yes, that would be my second. So I really like how she portrays British.
Exactly. It's a great.
I love her in Easy A. I think she's great in Easy A, and then of course, La La Land, the one that she won the Oscar for.
Exactly.
Yes. Although I think she should have won for The Favorite, but
she won Best Actress, so that's why instead of supporting actress, which
she could have won both. She could have won both.
She could have won both. Yeah.
She should have won both.
Yeah, she's really pretty. She's great in The Help as well. That's another big movie that she was in. I think the first one I saw her in too was also Superbad, and I mean, what a great ensemble cast that was for us to be introduced to, up and coming actors, Jonah Hill and Michael Cera as well. So
definitely.
That is. Looks like she was in TV before Superbad, and then just started knocking them out, 1 or 2 every year, sometimes 3 or 4. So she's killing it. Let's see what she's got coming up. She's got a movie called Poor Things coming up that's supposed to come out this year.
Yes, I want to see that.
Who else? Oh, it's a Yorgos Lanthimos movie. Speaking of The Favorite.
Yes.
Also, Margaret Qualley's in it, and Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe. Sounds pretty good.
Great cast.
Great cast. So you guys ready to hear my number 5?
Let's hear it.
My number 5 is Lupita Nyong'o, one of the stars of Black Panther and another Oscar winner because she won Best Supporting Actress for 12 Years a Slave.
Ah, good one. Why? What's up with her? Why is she such a crush for you?
She's got a really pretty face.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
She's a good actress.
Yes, I fell in love with her the first time I watched Black Panther, which made me watch 12 Years a Slave. The first time I heard her voice, though, was in Star Wars.
That's right. She plays Maz.
Yes, and obviously she's in Us as well, and she's also great in that. I just think she's a very pretty lady, and I can't wait to see her do more because of how talented she is. A lot of these are more around my age, but yeah, she's probably the second oldest on this list.
So I guess you won't be missing Wakanda Forever this year.
Oh no, that's that. Every time I watch the trailer, it brings me to tears.
You're not the only one, man. The same for
she
me.
She was also in the 355 this year. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't yet.
She's great. It's also with Jessica Chastain. It's like a female ensemble, sort of like Ocean's 8 type. She was also in a movie that was kind of fun called Little Monsters. That was on like a Hulu movie or an Amazon movie. And that one's just really fun. And it's about a camp, and she's a camp counselor, and there's an outbreak of zombies all of a sudden. So she gets to be really fun and funny in that one, and be very, very playful because she's so serious in all of her roles. That it's good to see her be playful, and in the 355 as well. So
she's fun in Black Panther.
It has, I guess she's fun, but I mean, she's still serious. She gets, you see a whole different side of her in Little Monsters and the 355. Nice. So why don't you go be a completionist and watch those?
I will. I also need to watch that other movie she's done that's on Disney Plus.
Queen of Katwe?
That's the one, yeah.
She also was a voice in the Jungle Book.
The 2016 one. I'm not a big fan of that movie.
Not even Lupita Nyong'o can save that one.
No, I mean, Christopher Walken did try his hardest in that movie. But he was the best out of the cast.
You like Lupita, Tony?
I think she's a really good actress.
Yes. Yeah. She is probably one of the better ones that we have out right now.
Well, she's an Oscar winner, and that does mean something. Even if you don't follow the Oscars, it shows that they're actually good.
So is Emma. Emma's also an Oscar winner.
Yes. Justin, is your number 5 an Oscar winner?
No, she's not yet, but she will. But I also, just real quick about Lupita. Her breakout movie in her first movie was 12 Years a Slave. So for her to win an Oscar for her first go at it should tell you something. So
exactly,
good pick.
Exactly,
yeah. My number 5 is probably the youngest on my list, but still old enough and of age. I only like her in the movie stuff. I don't know anything that she did before she started hitting movies. In our house, she is Bae because she is Zendaya. Both me and my girlfriend have huge crushes on her. She's just one of the most organic human beings that seems to be out there.
Did me and you just like people of color, Justin?
Well, we'll see. I'm not, and maybe, and that's fine.
Yeah, of course it's fine.
I mean, my girlfriend's black, but it doesn't, mean anything. My number 1, we'll see. But no. We do. But she's just so organic to me. I think she's definitely the best actress at her age. She just won for Best Actress in the series for an Emmy for Euphoria, which I don't watch many TV shows. And I watched that one, because of how good she is in it.
I've
And,
always wanted to watch it.
if I never watched it again, it would be okay. I'm not, it's nothing that I would want to go back to because it's so heavy, but she's phenomenal. And then, I love her in The Greatest Showman, of course. She's great as MJ in the, Spider-Man universe.
Yes.
One of my favorite performances from her is Malcolm and Marie that she did with John David Washington, where it's just the two of them in the house and they're just having conversation.
I keep meaning to watch that one.
Yeah, she's just amazing. She has a great voice. She's a singer as well. But I just think she's beautiful and not in like sexy in a cute way, not even like hot sexy, which because I have some sexy ones coming up, but she's just seems really, really down to earth and really personable and just loves what she's, what she does and what she's doing. And I think that it shows. So, she's my newest one on the list as far as, crushes that I've gotten as I've gotten older, just because she's so great and amazing at what she does. Doesn't seem like you guys have seen many Zendaya movies.
I've seen Spider-Man and The Greatest Showman.
And Dune.
And Dune, yes, Dune. I forgot all about Dune.
Have you seen any of those movies, Tony?
Films. I saw the Spider-Man films. I saw The Greatest Showman. I haven't seen Malcolm and Marie. I was been interested in the film, especially on the background. The director, couldn't shoot a film, so Zendaya told him to write a script. So she's an executive producer in the film as well.
Yeah.
And the other one, Euphoria. I haven't seen Euphoria. They say it's really tough to see. I think I haven't been brave enough to watch Euphoria.
Yeah, it's really, really tough.
If I watch Euphoria, it would be for her,
She was like a Disney TV star before, and also
I remember
singer.
I was on an aeroplane back from Greece, so I watched an episode of her show.
It was bad.
It was quite charming for a Disney Channel show.
Okay. She also voiced in Smallfoot, which I enjoyed, and she was Lola Bunny in Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Yeah, we went talking about
Dune Part 2 is filming, and she'll also be in a movie called Challengers and Dune Part 2 in 2023.
Nice.
All right. Tony, your number 4.
My number 4 would be Florence Pugh.
Yes.
Aha. Good one. What do you like about Florence?
What not to like about Florence?
Yeah, she's like Zendaya to me, just really good at what she does.
All the actresses of the new generation, she stands out to be the most high. I was going to put her on the list, but I've kind of changed my mind because there's another MCU actress I want to talk about instead.
Great.
Yeah. What do you?
More Florence for me.
Yeah.
More Florence for you.
Tell me more about her and like her movies and where you fell in love with her.
Well, films. I loved her in Black Widow, Little Woman, Midsommar. It was mind blowing. I love the film.
Midsommar is her best work.
Probably, yeah.
Very, very good.
It was crazy. It was a crazy film.
Well, don't worry, darling. Might change your mind.
She's so good.
I have to watch the film.
She's amazing in it. The first movie I saw her in was Fighting with My Family, and I love that.
That was the first film I saw her in.
Yeah, it's about she's a wrestler, and same year though as Midsommar as well, so that's why.
And Little Women.
Right, and then followed it up with Little Women, but for her to have that's like the biggest year, and she kills it in every single role of those films.
I can't wait to see her in Dune.
she was in Little Women. She was definitely one of the best performances out of the Little
I
Women.
still think Meryl Streep was the best.
Yeah, she was in it for like 4.5 minutes.
I remember her being in that film longer than 4.5 minutes.
But it looks like she's been around for a while. The Commuter. Do you guys remember The Commuter with Liam Neeson? She was in that before she was in Fighting with My Family.
Oh,
She was also in Malevolent.
Yes,
Which
and there's a film with her and Maisie Williams in I want to see, which was her first movie, I believe.
The Falling.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Both of them young. And Maisie's in Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
Florence would have been good in Game of Thrones. I don't know what character she would have been, but she would have suited that kind of atmosphere. Obviously, just for the record, if you guys love Game of Thrones, check out mine and Cody's episode where we rank the Game of Thrones seasons.
She was in a movie called The Wonder that came out this year.
Oh, that's coming out
coming
in
out?
November, I believe.
Oh, yes, November. Wow, okay. Also has Kieran Hines in it, who was great last year in Belfast.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
She's also a voice in Puss in Boots.
Which I can't wait to see.
So she's busy. She's going to be in Oppenheimer, Dune Part 2, Thunderbolts, The Maid, A Good Person. She has 5 things in production right now. She is killing it, Florence Pugh.
Oh, she is.
Totally.
Yeah. And I think she's beautiful in Don't Worry, Darling. I think this is a great pick.
She rarely wears shoes in it.
And if there are shoes, they're heels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, her top 4 is probably her biggest movies. Midsommar, Black Widow, Little Women, and Fighting with My Family.
Yes.
Good pick.
Right, you ready for my number 4? Which was Florence Pugh, but I changed at the last minute to Tessa Thompson.
Ah.
Really
who
cool.
I first fell in love with in Thor Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I first saw her in Creed.
Yeah.
And she is a fantastic actress, even though she's in that Men in Black movie I dislike.
International.
Yes.
So I did a bunch of background work in San Diego when I was a little lad, and she was on Veronica Mars, 2005, 2006. So we've actually had lots of conversations, but she just doesn't know. She would never remember because she was really sweet. This is like her first, stuff that she's doing, and everyone on that set and cast was all great. And so I met her a long time ago. But yeah, I think she's
how come
a
you're
very
not a
good
big star
actress.
playing a big name singer in a biopic yet, like Austin Butler?
I don't sing. Maybe that's why. I'm not a singer. She's great. What movie though? She's amazing in Dear White People. She was great in Selma. Fantastic in Creed. One of my favorite performances that she's ever done, I think.
Was she in the movie Sorry to Bother You with Lakeith?
Doesn't say here. Yes, it does. Her name was Detroit.
That's a weird movie.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. Annihilation she was in.
Wasn't so big on that movie.
She's again in Creed 2 and the Avengers Endgame. Let's see. Oh, she was in Sylvie's Love. That was 2020. I enjoyed very much. And then, of course, Passing, which we raved about couple years ago.
Yeah.
She's in Thor: Love and Thunder. And
which I wish she was in more of the movie. Oh yeah, Westworld. Westworld is like, because there's a scene where you see her naked, and that was like, yes.
Whoa, you do, huh?
There you go. Just giving you a reason to watch Westworld.
She's gonna be in a movie called The Listener with Rebecca Hall and Alia Shawkat. That's directed by Steve Buscemi.
Ooh.
And then she's in post-production on Creed 3.
Do you think she'll appear in 4 again?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Or even if they stop making 4 movies, just the MCU in general?
Well, if they stop making Thor movies, then she can't be in a Thor movie, but she'll still be a part of, MCU. Why would they stop making Thor movies? I don't think that's a good one to go out on.
True. I think they should make a 5th one.
Yeah.
That's
Kind
also
of end Thor's arc.
I really dislike Thor: Love and Thunder. Didn't like it at all.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I rewatched it, and I may like it a little bit more than I did the
Yeah,
first time.
you
but
like it a little bit more on the second round. You kind of know what you're in for. But I don't know. I don't know where to rank it in the Phase 4 films. I rewatched Eternals recently, which also has Gemma Chan and Harry Styles in. So I think I've seen their faces enough for one day.
They're both in Don't Worry, Darling. Yeah. Yeah, she looks great, and on her IMDb photo, Tessa Thompson, she's very pretty lady. All right. My number 3 to me is one of the sexier ladies there is out there.
You mean your number 4?
She may not be the best actress.
Number 4.
Oh, yeah, my number 4, yeah. She may not be the best actress, but there are performances that stick out that we'll talk about. She is on one of the older ones on my list, but still looking good, even at her age. But yes, this is somebody that I've crushed on for a lot of my lifetime, dating back all the way to when she was a dancer on In Living Color, and it's Jennifer Lopez.
Nice pick.
To me, she just, you look at her and you see sexy, she's just amazing. But yeah, her acting is okay. I think she was great in Hustlers. That's one of her best performances for sure. But yeah, she's got a ton of credits. But yeah, I saw her on In Living Color. She was one of the dance girls. But yeah, she's been around for a really long time. And, she recently did a movie called Marry Me this year with Owen Wilson, which was...
Was that the one with the guy from Game of Thrones and Moonfall?
Game of Thrones what?
And Moonfall, the British guy.
John Bradley. John Bradley, yeah. Yep. Sarah Silverman's also in it. Maluma, who was some singer.
And the girl from My Spy.
Talia Whitaker?
No, Chloe Coleman.
Yeah, so she's been doing this for a really long time, back in the 90s. Yeah, she was a dancer, backup dancer for a really long time. She was on a TV show. She was in Money Train and Jack. Jack was a movie with Robin Williams where
I've always wanted to see that one.
She's so sweet in it because, she's just kind of like teacher look, but she's great. And then, of course, I think she really hit it off when she was Selena. Anaconda was one movie that was really popular she was in, and Out of Sight with Mr. George Clooney, I think, started to give her a little bit more credibility in movies. She was in The Cell, which is a crazy horror film, and then starts her play in all the rom-coms with The Wedding Planner, Made in Manhattan, Geely, Jersey Girl, Shall We Dance, Monster-in-Law, The Backup Plan. I mean, what to expect when you're expecting. She is like the go-to girl when it comes to rom-coms, just like Sarah Jessica Parker was for a while. But yeah, I really enjoyed her in Enough. I think that was a really good one. She, just had to take care of herself. And yeah, my favorite performance of her is Hustlers. So
I heard that she should have
sexy lady.
That she should have won an Oscar for Hustlers, even though she wasn't nominated.
I think she should have at least been nominated. She is very,
Do you still prefer Laura Dern in Marriage Story? Because my favourite supporting performance was from my number 2 on the list.
She was great. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough year, you know. But Laura Dern deserves
Well, my
it.
number
She's been
2 was
an
nominated,
overall
but
great
not
actor.
the movie I wanted her to be nominated for, if that makes sense.
I'm sure it will when we find out who it is.
Yes.
All right, now we're coming in at the bronze. What do you got, Tony?
The bronze would be Ana de Armas.
Ooh, I thought this was going to be higher on your list.
So did I, but I think that the other 2 positions are serious crushes, really serious crushes.
Okay. All right. Well, tell us about Ana de Armas.
Just incredibly beautiful, incredibly talented. We can see it. I've seen her work in Spanish. I've seen her work in English. It's outstanding, incredible.
She first caught my eye in Bond.
That's right.
First? This last one?
Yeah, the last one. That's the first time
that was
No, Knives Out was the first one, but Bond was the one time that she actually looked really sexy.
She is undoubtedly sexy in that Bond movie. I mean, she was so sexy. I wanted more.
I walked up to her and said, "Why did they have more of her? She would have been a great kind of. They should have had a great chemistry to play off against Bond."
Yes.
And she would have probably helped Bond through most of that mission, and she might have helped him survive.
Yeah. Yeah. I first saw her in a movie. I didn't know it was her, but I've seen this movie, and it's called Knock Knock with
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves, and she is naked in the movie.
I know.
And yeah, that's directed by Eli Roth. Yeah, it's just a.
And we'll be talking about her movie that comes out on Wednesday.
Blonde, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed Knock Knock a lot. It was weird. It's also one of those instances where you're like,
she was also
God, that'd be so awesome.
Also in Todd Phillips' War Dogs.
Yep.
Which is one of Todd Phillips' best movies.
Blade Runner 2049.
Yes, she's beautiful in that, even though she's only a projection.
Yeah. This was like an under the radar kind of movie, but The Informer is really good with Joel Kinnaman and Rosamund Pike.
Ooh.
She was in Knives Out, I think, is the big one for her. This year, she was in Deepwater with Ben Affleck. I really liked that one.
I really hated.
Nobody else liked it. Yeah, I really liked it. And then she was also in The Gray Man, which was a fun action movie.
And she actually was the better one out the cast.
And speaking of crushes, that movie, I think everyone in the world has crushes on, all the people in the movie. And then, yeah, she'll be Marilyn Monroe in Blonde this year.
Yes.
She's also in Ghosted, which is a movie coming out in post-production with Chris Evans and Adrian Brody. And Ballerina, which is the Emerald Fennell movie writer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's really sexy, very up and coming. She's going to be one of those superstars. Yeah, like Penelope Cruz, like Salma Hayek.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also,
I even can see a new Golden Globe nomination this year for Blonde.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, and maybe even Oscar. So we'll see what happens.
That would be great.
Yes, that would be fantastic. You guys ready for my number 3?
Let's hear it.
So my number 3 is the only actress who's younger than me on this list, but she's only 2 years younger than me. She is a star on both film and television, and she completely knocked out the park with a little Netflix series called The Queen's Gambit, and that's Anya Taylor-Joy.
Wow. Okay.
Her face is the most beautiful face you'll ever see.
It's so doll-like, you know, big
That's true.
eyes and big eyelashes, and these sort of like tight lips. I mean, it's so doll-like. It's porcelain, yeah, and it just seems like it was painted. It's beautiful.
Her breakout role was The Witch.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Even though it is Robert Eggers' worst movie, I still think she has a great performance in that. I think she broke out the most with Split.
Yeah.
And even though James McAvoy steals the show as his 23 personalities, she kills it in that female lead role.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I've seen quite a lot of it. Three
Cheer
Breads
prizes.
with her and Olivia Cook is also a great one.
Yeah, Thoroughbreds. It's so good.
And-
Also, Anton Yelchin's in that movie. I really like that movie a lot.
And Emma.
Yes, also really loved Emma.
And she stole the
just
show
a
in The
fun-
Northman this year.
She was in The Northman. She was last year in Last Night in Soho. She was
And
in the
she
new
stole the show in that
Mutant.
movie because I rewatched it recently.
She's also going to be in what this year?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Yes,
Which
comes
is
out
a
next
movie
month.
I'm looking forward to a lot because half of Hollywood's in it.
Yep. Biggest major. Yeah. David O. Russell loves having those type of movies. She's also supposed to be Princess Peach in the Mario Project and Furiosa.
Which I can't
Was
wait
she-
for.
But she wasn't in the first one.
Which one?
Mad Max. And
She's
then,
playing Charlize Theron's character.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And then later, she's supposed to be in a movie called Laughter in the Dark, directed and written by Scott Frank.
And if you guys are also fans of the British show Peaky Blinders, she's in seasons 5 and 6.
Yep, she's in Queen's Gambit, Peaky Blinders. She was in Dark Crystal, and then she was the TV show, and then she's also in The Miniaturist and a TV show called Atlantis.
Yes.
And looks like her first ever role was Vampire Academy, uncredited, which also looks like it
just
may.
some like British TV kids show.
I think that in that film,
Okay.
Vampire Academy, she shoot a scene and then it was cut out in the final cut.
Speaking of Bond girls, Olga Kurylenko's in that movie, and so is Zoe Deutsch, who's really good. She's an up-and-coming great actress, this Zoe Deutsch. She's awesome.
I'll keep an eye on
Yeah,
her.
good choice. Did not see this one coming. I think she's really pretty, but
You know how much I love Anya.
yeah, I guess now I really
I don't
know how
want-
much.
I don't want to break your heart, Rob, but she's married recently.
I know.
Oh, is that true?
I know. Well, Florence has had a breakup with Zach Braff.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm smiling.
All right. My number 3 came up on favorite British actresses. She hasn't been in a ton of movies, at least, she kind of has been in a ton of movies, but I didn't really notice her until she was in the Academy Award-winning movie Moonlight, and that's Naomi Harris. To me, just beautiful, beautiful lady, just naturally beautiful, and she's so gifted acting-wise. I mean, she came into Moonlight she was given the part 2 days before she was given her scene. She memorized the lines on the plane ride and then had the rehearsal and then just shot it, and she nailed it and was unbelievable. Very, very good actress. She is in the 007 movies as Moneypenny. So I had seen her before, but I really started to just
Haven't you ever seen 28 Days
appreciate
Later,
her as an
Justin?
actress. 28 Days Later.
Yeah, the zombie movie with Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, the
Is
one
that the
directed
first
by Danny
one?
Boyle.
The other one directed by Danny
Yeah,
Boyle.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, she's in that too.
Yeah, so no, I know. I've seen her, and she's also in Miami Vice that I saw. She's also in Pirates of the Caribbean and Street Kings, but I
She's
didn't
great in
recognize
Pirates of the
her
Caribbean.
and realize her until Moonlight, and that's really, really where she stood out to me. She was also in Collateral Beauty after that, and then carried the movie in Black and Blue. And then, yeah, she was in No Time to Die. She's also in Venom, Let There Be Carnage, which was just Carnage. And then she was a great last year in a movie that I really enjoyed with Mahershala Ali called Swan Song. But
She also plays Mandela's wife in the Idris Elba one. Mandela Long Walk to Freedom.
Oh yes, yeah, that is true. She in Southpaw, which was good.
And I like Street Kings with Keanu Reeves with her in as well.
Street Kings is good. Yeah, Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal was good too. But yeah, you like her, Tony? You've seen any of these movies?
I haven't seen much of her. I saw, of course, Pirates of the Caribbean. I saw 28 Days Later. I haven't seen Moonlight. I don't know. I don't know why I never really felt like watching it. I'm sorry, Rob. What?
Moonlight's great. It's about identity and how you kind of discover it along the way.
Perhaps every time I saw the trailer, I got bored. Every time I saw it, and I said, "If the trailer bores me, I don't even want to imagine what the movie is
boring
about
like. That movie. Nothing's boring.
Nothing boring.
Okay. No, it's not a boring movie at all.
It's so cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and the way that it's constructed and put together is just
it's
beautiful.
edited beautifully, shot beautifully, directed perfectly.
Okay, then I'm going to.
And all the actors are amazing. Every single one.
It won my best cast award at the Fleming.
That's right. That's true. And let's not forget the great incident in the Oscars, with Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway.
Yeah.
I think they just needed to check it twice before they read it.
Yeah, nobody will ever forget. You can watch this on Showtime, Hulu, or Moonlight, that is, Amazon. So it's accessible and very much necessary
I might get
to
a
watch.
Blu-ray of that if I have the money. And
it's a good one. All right, that was my number 3.
Number 3,
right.
Yeah.
Right, who's your runner-up then, Tony?
My number 2 will be Elizabeth Olsen.
Perfect.
She is very sexy.
Yeah, incredibly.
Yeah. But she's a jerk. I hear she's a jerk though.
But, yeah, I think you mentioned that sometime before.
When you have two older twin sisters who were like the biggest stars in the world at the time, you're going to feel a little bit undershadowed.
Well,
yeah. So now she's like, finally, I get to. Oh, to me, she's surpassed the Shadow. Like she's a phenomenal actress. Totally. I think she's really, really good at what she does.
Yeah.
If we can just put her to the side of what she does outside of her work, yeah, she's phenomenal. What was like the movies you like with her?
Well, the MCU films are totally cannot be just overlooked. Especially, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, she's phenomenal in that.
Around of her character is incredible.
Good.
Incredible.
I think she's so good in that movie.
Totally. And Godzilla as well.
Yeah.
Godzilla was okay.
I remember her very much in Old Boy.
You still need to watch the Korean one.
She gets naked very well in that one, albeit it's one of the most disgusting reasons.
It's more disgusting in the Korean one.
Okay. and there's no Elizabeth Olsen in the Korean one. But yeah, I definitely will always remember Old Boy.
You don't need big stars to watch a movie.
No, I know. No,
that's right.
We're just saying what's missing and what's wrong with the first Old Boy in comparison to the second.
You've not seen the first one, so how could you compare?
From what you're saying to what I'm saying, but also you need to go see a lot of other movies. Mr. League of Their Own still hasn't seen it.
Well, recommend me more horrors because I got to watch a lot of horror movies at the moment.
It's Tom Hanks. It's a Tom Hanks movie. You need to see it.
I
He's
love
one of
Tom
our
Hanks.
most iconic actors. Elizabeth Olsen's great in Ingrid Goes West. That is a little indie movie with Aubrey Plaza and O'Shea Jackson Jr. She was great in Wind River with Hawkeye. Yeah. And then, yeah, it looks like she's just doing the last movie she's done is all MCU stuff, and she doesn't have anything. She's going to be in a Love and Death TV miniseries. But yeah, she's just living it up in the MCU universe. She was in a movie called Kodachrome with Jason Sudeikis and Ed Harris. Oh, interesting. That's on Netflix. Could be good. But yeah, she's super sexy. She's a great actress. And that's a good pick.
Right, you ready for my number 2?
Yep.
Right, you all ready for it? You all sitting comfortably?
Very comfortably.
Lovely. My number 2 is from the land down under. She's a 2-time Academy Award nominee. She is probably the biggest star in the world right now. Miss Margot Robbie.
Good one.
Very good.
I think everyone crushes on her.
Yes.
How could you not?
Totally.
How could you not have a crush on Margot Robbie? I first saw her in The Wolf of Wall Street, saw her naked, and saw Leo fuck her for 11 seconds.
Well, the first time I saw her, it was in Time, I think it was the name of the movie. You know, with
About Time. About
Time. She appears for about 10 minutes. Incredible 10 minutes.
Yeah, she's not in it that long.
Yeah,
she appears
that's a good movie.
In the movie, yeah.
I also love her in the Suicide Squad films as Harley Quinn. I like the second movie more than the first one, but she steals the show in both movies.
That's right. She's the only thing that's good in the first movie.
But in 2017, she gave her best performance to date with I, Tonya.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Goodbye, Christopher Robin.
I've not seen that one yet.
It was a joke because, of course not. I, Tonya is definitely her best performance. And to have such like a super hot girl, look the way that she does and still, be as great as she is just shows how good of an actress she is. I liked her in this movie called Z for Zachariah.
And I was also disappointed because although I did love Bombshell, I thought she was absolutely fantastic in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's right. Incredible.
She should have got the nomination for that film rather than Bombshell. I'm pretty sure Justin would agree with me.
Yeah, and Bombshell was a made-up character. She wasn't even real. But she's great in this movie called Z for Zachariah that has Chris Pine and Chiwetel Ejiofor in it. She was in The Legend of Tarzan. She's in this awesome movie called Terminal that is with Simon Pegg, and I don't even want to tell you anymore because the movie itself is just so good.
I want to watch it.
Girls, have you guys seen Mary Queen of Scots?
No, I didn't really fancy it because it looked too fictional compared to the real Mary Queen of Scots, as I actually learned about her in history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's really good in that with Saoirse Ronan. What is she coming out in this year, Rob?
Oh, she's going to be with Anya in Amsterdam.
Yes.
She's going to be with my with a man I love in Babylon.
Yes.
And she is going to be
Um,
joining Greta Gerwig for Barbie and Mr. Wes Anderson for Asteroid City. Everybody wants a piece of Margot.
yes. There's also something that says untitled Margot Robbie Ocean's 11 film.
She's never going to run out of work, is she, at this rate?
For real.
And she
then
got her
she's
big
in-
break in the famous Australian soap opera Neighbours, and she was also in a series called Pan Am.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Those two look like her most major work in TV.
Yeah. And her first ever movie doesn't look great, but it's called Vigilante. Came out in 2008.
It doesn't even have a link to it on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Oh boy, that'll tell you something. Yeah, her best performance is I, Tonya. My favorite movie with her in it, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
My favorite film with her in is probably The Wolf of Wall Street.
And you, Tony?
My favorite film of her, it would be, I'm between The Wolf of Wall Street and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, nice. You're the middleman then.
Come on. Yeah.
Is your number two a lady from the land down under?
No, she's not. But my number two is I've never, ever, ever crushed on anybody harder in my life. But there's a reason why she's number two and not number one, is because I don't really care for her anymore. No reason. We just sort of fell off each other, you know? But when I was in high school till probably like late 2000s, early 2010s, to me, there was nobody sexier than Jennifer Love Hewitt. I was obsessed with her. I mean, cut out photos, put photos on the wall. I know everything about this lady. When I was in high school, she had an album drop where, you know, she was a singer. And on the lunch break, which was only 30 minutes, I drove
You
2
love
towns
the
over.
tuxedo, Justin?
Well, I'll talk about this in a little bit, but I was 2 towns over, drove over, got the CD and listened to it on the way back to school. Just fell in love with her all over again. First saw her in the TV show Party of Five, but you know, she was on that for so long. But Can't Hardly Wait was definitely one that I think really catapulted her career into her being a sex symbol. She was in one of my favorite musicals, Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. Yeah, she's amazing. I think what really, really got her as a sex symbol was when she was in Heartbreakers. That movie, I don't think anybody could look better. But yeah, I'm a huge Jackie Chan fan, so yes, I do like the tuxedo. Even though it's, you know, kind of god awful. She followed it up with a great god awful movie called Garfield.
I like the first one, not the second one.
Well, yeah. Tale of Two Kitties. But yeah, she mostly does TV shows nowadays, and yeah, she's on 911. She was, you know, big in. She had the Ghost Whisperer, which was huge for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's been around for a long time. She was, you know,
in CSI or Criminal Minds or one of them too.
Criminal Minds, yeah.
Criminal Minds.
And then, of course, I Know What You Did Last Summer. But Heartbreakers, there is no one sexier in a movie. So, but yeah, I just don't crush on her anymore. Like my number one, I had a crush on when I was a child, and I still do. Like we can marry right now, and I'd be happy. But yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt, I was obsessed and know everything about her, and I've never crushed on anybody harder in my life. So she's my number two.
Lovely, nice.
I haven't seen much of her, but I love the films. You know, I Know What You Did Last Summer and the sequel. You know, incredible. And
You
yeah,
still know what you did last summer? Yeah.
Stunning woman.
She also plays herself in a comedy movie I like called Tropic Thunder.
She's Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, as herself.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And she's voiced herself in Family Guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that I didn't know.
Yes.
All right. Number one, Tony.
I think this is going to be no surprise. Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, great. She probably would be my sixth.
Yeah. She's unbelievable.
Incredible.
Well,
I've seen a lot of her movies, some great ones and some bad ones.
Totally. Yeah,
she's got a lot going on.
I've had a crush on her since Lost in Translation.
Yes, great movie.
And after that,
yeah, it is.
The crush
Everything else
went on and on.
Yeah. Yeah. She was in Ghost World, which was is kind of a cult classic. Girl with the Pearl Earring. She was amazing.
Eight-Legged Freaks.
Yeah.
Match Point. I love Match Point.
Match Point.
And then this one that doesn't get a lot of love, we talked about it recently, is The Island.
I also hate that movie.
Ewan McGregor. So good. She went back to work with Mr. Woody Allen in Scoop,
which I heard is terrible.
The Prestige, which I believe we
love The Prestige.
Is good.
I love it too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was amazing in Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Okay, that's one of Woody Allen's better movies. You forgot the other Berlin Girl, a movie I've always wanted to watch.
A sexy one. Yeah. What's her name? Penelope Cruz.
Yes, I love Penelope Cruz.
And Vicky Cristina, yeah. Let's see.
She
of course, she's Black Widow.
Hitchcock.
Yeah, that's good. She's the voice in Her.
Yes, I need to see Under the Skin.
What about Under the Skin?
I love Lucy.
Yeah,
I love
Could
Lucy.
You see some skin. Well, Lucy.
Yeah, love that movie.
Going back to Lupita, she's the voice in The Jungle Book. She voices Ka.
Again, she couldn't save that movie.
Ghost in the Shell, she got a lot of backlash.
Again, the anime is so much better.
Marriage Story and Jojo Rabbit, both
two
nominated performances.
Incredible films.
Yeah, she's in the Sing films. Rough Night, I found a bit of a weird movie.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It was a fun girls,
I love Isle of Dogs, and she's the voice of Nutmeg. He's one of my favorite dogs in the film.
Yeah, We Bought a Zoo, The Spirit.
Hail Caesar. He finally gets to work with the Coens.
Yeah, she's
and she'll be with Margot and Tom Hanks in Asteroid City for Wes Anderson. Yep. So Wes Anderson finally gets to show her face in his movies.
She's also in a movie that's directed and written and co-starring Kristen Scott Thomas called My Mother's Wedding. Ooh. And then Project Artemis, which is with Channing Tatum and Jim Rash. To me, she's just gotten better as she's gotten older. She just keeps getting better looking, and her body seems to be filling out, and it just is. She is real nice.
Yes.
She has proven over time that she's not only a pretty face, but she's also an amazing actress.
Oh, she was incredible in Marriage
Story. The discussion scene with Adam Driver in Marriage Story
that brings me.
It's an incredible, rewatchable scene.
Yeah, and she's so good in Jojo Rabbit as well.
Yeah,
Jojo Rabbit, sweet.
A very breath of fresh air in a really crazy movie.
Yes.
All right, Rob. your number one.
So, Justin, since day one, I'm assuming you've known me to love one actress. She is one of your neighbours from the north in Canada. She was
Anna
famous.
Faris.
No, let me finish. She started off in a movie called The Hot Chick, and I believe she is a hot chick. And her breakout role was in Mean Girls. I don't think she was a mean girl, but she stole the show in that movie, and that's Rachel McAdams.
Lindsay Lohan. Oh, Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams. No, Lindsay's not in The Hot Chick.
No, I know, but she's a mean girl.
But Anna Faris is.
Yes. No, I also obsessed a little bit about this lady for a while. Yeah. This is a good pick.
Yes, and she's also been in a film directed by Woody Allen, and that's Midnight in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
She was in the aforementioned About Time.
Yes, and my second favourite performance of hers is the one she should have won an Oscar for, and that's Spotlight.
Totally.
Yeah, The Notebook
movie.
is my favorite movie with her in it. It's the
Nice.
best love movie ever. But yeah, she's great in The Hot Chick and Mean Girls. Good, she can do it all, you know.
Yes, she's mainly gone down
She's
the
also in
comedy
Wedding
route recently because she was in the Eurovision Song Contest film, and she was also in Game Night, which I really enjoyed.
Oh, the Eurovision movie? Yeah, and Game Night. Yeah, Game Night was fun, for sure.
And she's been in both Doctor Strange films, but in the second one, she plays two different characters. Who are the same character, just from different universes.
I liked her in Red Eye. She did a good job in that thriller.
Oh, I've always wanted to watch that one.
Wes Craven one. Wedding Crashers, of course. Great comedy. I liked her in Morning Glory. She's in the Sherlock Holmes
dated
movie.
two of her co-stars. She dated Ryan Gosling from 2005 2007 when they met on The Notebook, and Michael Sheen from 2010 to 2013 when they met on Midnight in Paris.
Oh, Michael Sheen. I wonder if he's still with Sarah Silverman.
He's with a new girl, Anna, her name is. She's on his TV show he does with David Tennant, where they Skype each other and like have really weird discussions. It's hilarious.
Going back to your number 5, Tony, she's also in Aloha.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
She's in a movie where she's a lesbian with Rachel Weisz in Disobedience. And yeah, she's going to be in a movie called Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Oh, with the little girl from Ant-Man, Abby Ryder Fortson.
Ryder Ford. Yeah. Benny Safdie's going to be in it, and Kathy Bates.
That just sounds like
that's
it's going to be great already. Comes out April 28th, 2013. Maybe it might be her time she wins Best Actress for that.
We shall see. You like her, Tony?
Yeah, very much. I loved her in Doctor Strange, Mean Girls, The Notebook, The Vow.
The Vow.
Wedding Crashers.
She had her
I
run.
forgot Wedding Crashers.
Mm-hmm.
What, Rob?
Yeah, she had a real big run of sort of like romantic movies, and she loves to time travel too.
Or date time travelers.
Did you talked about this movie recently, State of Play, right, Rob?
State of Play? No, it was
The
Body
Russell
of
Crowe?
Lies. The Body of Lies.
Oh, Body of Lies. Oh, got it. Yeah, she's in Russell Crowe's State of Play with Ben Affleck.
Ooh.
All right. All right, Rob, who's my number 1?
Is it? I'm guessing it is a lady from Down Under, and it's Nicole Kidman.
No. Who do I love even more?
Meryl Streep.
No, but getting closer.
She's in.
Julia Roberts.
Yes, my
Julia
bet Ticket
Roberts
to
is my
Paradise is
number
your new
one.
favorite movie of all time, isn't it?
Well, once I see it, we shall see. But to me, I have never loved anybody more with all my heart than Julia Roberts.
Those are the three
You know,
women I know you love the most: Nicole, Meryl, and Julia. So I think this will be one of the three.
yeah. Well, yeah, the Nicole and Meryl are on my also rants, but they're less sexy in my opinion
I
than
think
this.
Meryl's
But
still
yeah,
sexy
Steel
for her
Magnolias was the
age.
first. Oh
I
yeah,
think
no,
the
I know. That's why
sexiest
she's
woman
still
for her
on.
age is actually Jennifer Tilly. She still looks 40,
yeah, but I
even though
saw
she's
her.
60 now.
Yeah, she looks good. Julia is my oldest pick here, but she's been around for the longest, at least most consistently. I first saw her in Steel Magnolias, and then Pretty Woman. I mean, is just hands down.
That movie's a
Just I love
masterpiece.
her
That's a
big red hair.
masterpiece.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, I just loved her big red hair, and she's so goddamn charming and lovable in that movie. And then, yeah, she just keeps getting like hotter to me. Yeah, she's in the biggest movies we've seen, and she's still she's not working as much as she used to. She likes hitting the movies, I mean the TV shows in between now. Yeah, I got to see her in person when I went to a screening of Ben is Back, and just like because I saw Jennifer Love Hewitt in person I did back work on Criminal Minds, and when I first saw her, I had a out of body experience. Like my whole soul left my body and went straight up to her, and then I came back, and when it came back to my body, there was tears coming down my eyes, and I was like, there's 50 people around, and so I was like, I have to go. But yeah, same thing happened with Julia Roberts with that. It's just like she's just her presence is bigger than her name even, you know. She's just a wonderful person, great actress. I mean, really, really good actress. Everything she does to me is gold, even in Mirror Mirror. Yeah, she looks like she's going to be in something called Ticket to Paradise. Yes, this year. She's going to be nominated for a Gaslit, I believe, for her performance in that show. But she's going to be in a movie called Leave the World Behind. That's with Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon. And then she's also in this movie called Little Bee, which
That's the movie I want to watch with her in, Money Monster, with George Clooney and Jack O'Connell.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is really good. Jack O'Connell's such a good actor. He's one to watch out for. But yeah, I mean,
amazing.
She's been in iconic movies: America's Sweethearts, Aaron Brockovich. She won the best actors for Stepmom, Conspiracy Theory. She did a couple episodes of Friends, which is my favorite show. Of course, she was Tinkerbell in Hook. August Osage County was really good. Eat, Pray, Love. She got a lot of love for. What do you think, Tony? What's your favorite Julia movie?
I think my favorite film, starred by her, but it's not the reason I really love the movie, is My Best Friend's Wedding.
Oh, that is a great one.
Which also has another honorable mention of mine, Cameron Diaz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stunning that film.
Yeah. I think she's just stunning all around. She has my heart since I was 4 years old and when I'm 37, so she can have it forever. Julia Roberts is my number one. All right, let's count them down. Tony, what was your number 5?
My number 5 was Emma Stone.
My number 5 was Lupita Nyong'o.
And Zendaya came in my number 5.
My number 4 was Florence Pugh.
My number 4 is Tessa Thompson.
My number 4 is the sexy Jennifer Lopez.
My number 3 is Ana de Armas.
My number 3 is Anya Taylor-Joy.
My number 3 is Miss Naomi Harris.
My number 2 is Elizabeth Olsen.
My number 2 is Margot Robbie.
Number 2 for me is Miss Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And my number 1 is Scarlett Johansson.
My number 1 is Rachel McAdams, and always will be.
And my number 1 is Julia Roberts. There's no bigger number 1. Cool. Some awesome rants. You got any extra ones, Tony? Other favorites that just didn't make the list?
Well, I have, Daisy Ridley.
Yeah,
Really
I love
beautiful.
Daisy.
I would say an Argentinian actress called Luisana Lopilato. I don't know if you know her.
I think I've heard of her.
And what else? I have so many names. I have Alicia Vikander as well.
Yes, love Alicia.
And what else? I don't know. I can make a top 50 of names. I just can't think of some others now.
Yeah. Rob?
Like I said, Cameron Diaz, Florence Pugh, Scarlett Johansson. There's a couple of others. I know she's not really an actress, but she's been in movies. I like Kylie Minogue as well.
I mean, it was hard to keep her off the list, but again, we've fallen off of each other. But Angelina Jolie,
yes,
unbelievably sexy.
I'd also like Jennifer Aniston as well.
Yeah. Jennifer Aniston's great. I mean, Selma Hayek.
Emilia Clarke's great.
She still looks good. Yeah. Rachel McAdams, of course. People love J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence.
I like Gina Davis when she was younger.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Meryl and Nicole Kidman. Blake Lively is a very attractive lady.
That's right.
She is.
She's
Jodie Comer.
Yeah, she's beautiful simply. She's just simply beautiful. Kate Beckinsale, she's been a big sexy number. And who else? Mila Kunis is all right. Natalie Portman, she's always been great. Charlize Theron.
Oh, she's stunning.
Boom.
Marion Cotillard.
Jessica Alba
as well.
And then, ooh, yes, that's a good one. She's like Ana de Armas to me, just very beautiful. And then one who is number 1 on this list that I just looked up, sucks as an actress, but definitely had a point where she was the hottest girl in the world, and that's Megan Fox. Horrible. Sweet. All right, great. So now let's move on to the recommendation portion. Any movies that you've seen recently that you want to just tout out and talk about? It's that time. Tony, we'll give you a second to think. Rob, what do you got?
I know I am going to recommend Don't Worry, Darling.
That would be mine too, but since I'll pick a different one. But yeah, it's pretty dang good, isn't it?
Yes. Like I said, I do have some flaws. I've got a YouTube video coming out about it in a second. That'll explain all my thoughts on the movie. But yeah, I think this is a movie where Florence deserves an Oscar nomination, but not Harry Styles.
Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, I mean, it's a movie that'll make you think after it's over. If you're, like me, I like to just sit and watch the movie and try not to guess. So I guess Rob said he figured it out before the ending. I was blown away by the ending. I didn't know what was coming, and I really enjoyed it. And it would be so crazy if it were a true story. But to me, that means that it's original. It has some, the writing is original. And you said that you wish that they fleshed it out a little bit more, Rob. It's totally true. They should have taken out 20 minutes of the movie and then put in a different 20 minutes that could flesh it out more, because there's more in the universe that I wanted to learn about, but it is one of the better movies that I've seen.
Design, costume design,
Oh,
makeup and hair, all spectacular.
yeah, the colors that pop in that movie are just amazing, and it's just a trip. Like, it's a mind trip, and you know, just like in the movie, characters may go crazy. It's like, was I going crazy? I thought it was just brilliant, and one of the better movies that I've seen. Finally, like, a movie moved me and sort of wowed me, whereas this year I haven't really felt that way much. But
How did
yeah,
Everything's Everywhere All at Once not wow you?
because of the multiverse, it's been done.
But not without superheroes. It hasn't.
I think there's been one or two down the road. Tony, do you have a movie?
I haven't been watching much movies lately because of my studies. But yesterday I watched the documentary of the trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and it doesn't say much that we haven't read before. When the trial was on, I think it was something that they did so quickly, the documentary, that they haven't had nothing really new, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, how about can you recommend a Johnny Depp movie that you like?
Yeah, there are plenty of films of him that I love. Finding Neverland, the first two Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Secret Window, Edward Scissorhands,
yeah,
Sleepy Hollow.
Finding Neverland is good.
It's really good.
I think it gets a little overlooked.
But for some reason, I always
Good
thought
acting,
you didn't
for
like
sure.
Johnny Depp, Justin.
Yeah, he's fine. He just does his job. Nothing that's ever blown me away. But I think Finding Neverland's a good movie. Kate Winslet's in it, and she's very good.
Nice.
And it's like a play on the Peter Pan world. All right. I do recommend Don't Worry, Darling. But I also saw a movie that I really recommend and had a great time watching, and it's See How They Run.
Yes, great movie.
With Saoirse Ronan and Sam Rockwell. I had a great time watching that movie. It was a lot of fun. I haven't had fun in the theater in a while, and there was only like 4 or 5 of us in theater because it's been out for a couple weeks now. But the parts where we were laughing, we were all laughing together, and even like some smirks here and there. I think everyone
did my guy impressed you? Reece Shearsmith.
Reece Shearsmith.
He was the executive guy who was having the affair.
Oh yeah, he was great. Yeah. Wolf, Mr. Wolf.
Yeah.
It's just a fun film. It knows what it is. It's a whodunit movie, and it talks about how we've seen a lot of whodunit films
Ronan
before.
was the best in the cast.
Saoirse Ronan, yeah, unbelievable. She's so lovable, and I love seeing her just like we were talking about before in a lighter performance. She's always does some heavy hitters, and she's a great actress, and it's just really good to see her. You can tell she's having fun, and she had a great time. Sam Rockwell's great. The movie makes you think one thing and then the other and then the other, and then the ending is like, oh, okay. But it's a lot of fun. I would watch it again right now, and that's my recommendation: is See How They Run.
Great choice. And I think we'll wrap up the episode.
Cool.
For today.
All right, we'll wrap it up.
Thank you all for watching, and thank you guys for coming on today.
Thank you.
Tony, where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me I have on my Facebook page, Cinefilo de Alma. Also, my Instagram account, same name. And
which you just hit 10,000 followers.
Yeah, that's right. The Facebook page just reached. Thank you very much. Just reached 10,000 followers and keeps growing.
Yeah, as it should be. And then so go. It's Cinefilio de Alma.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I have to start
And
working on making it in Spanish and English to expand.
right, yeah. Great. And yeah, I'm at Worth of You Movies and all the things. Go check it out. I'm going to be posting my Don't Worry, Darling posts today. See how they run tomorrow. Yeah, and I still have 3,000 Years of Longing to talk about, Mad God. So check it out because those are coming soon.
Nice.
Rob.
Nice. You can find me at robbysreviews.co.uk for daily and reviews. I did take last Monday off because of the Queen's funeral, but this Monday we're talking about the worst Marvel film, Fantastic Four.
The Fantastic Four, right?
The one with Miles Teller and Jamie Bell.
Yeah. Because the first one's Fantastic Four. Fantastic.
Yeah, Fantastic, as they call it.
I like it. Days. What are we talking next time? I know we already have a couple lined up.
So, because it's been 2 years for me, and I wanted to talk about a director, and I wanted to bring Cody on to the film show again. I wanted to rank the films of David Fincher.
Oh, I thought we were doing the favorite MCU superheroes and
That's
favorite
not till
MCU
November.
villains.
It's not till November.
Oh, okay, gotcha. David Fincher films, huh?
Yeah, he's got some masterpieces, so I want to talk about them.
What do you like, Tony?
Of David Fincher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Zodiac, Panic Room, Seven. I think is his masterpiece. Didn't very much like The Social Network, and Benjamin Button. No,
Do you like Fight Club?
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. Didn't love it. I remember the last time we were together. You said I think it was your favorite book adaptation.
Yes. So you probably know it's
and his
David Fincher list.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you the rest. I'm not telling you the rest.
Have you seen the David Fincher Love, Death, and Robots short?
Yes, the one with the pirates. That's quite fun.
Yeah, that could be up for best short this year. We shall see. But he has a movie coming out called The Killer with Tilda Swinton and Michael Fassbender. Where has Michael Fassbender been?
He's been making the Killer, obviously.
Well, Tilda Swinton's in everything. How come she didn't have to take so much time off?
I guess because she just loves it.
His last movie was Dark Phoenix. Jeez, that was in 2019.
He's been married and had a child. He probably wants to, chill out a bit.
No way. No.
You need a break every now and again.
I would never take a break from acting. Ever.
So you're not Daniel Day-Lewis then?
No.
He always takes a break.
Well, he literally puts his entire life into movies. Like, he gives all of his life to being in those roles. So, meaning, like, he's probably lost relationships.
No, he's been
stuff like that
married since 1990.
This is a relationship, brother. It doesn't mean you're in a marriage. This is still a relationship.
Oh, you're saying he might have fell out with friends because of it?
Yeah. Because they just don't understand, the craft. But cool. All right. Well, we'll talk to you then. Until next time.
Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.